I honestly cannot tell who is going to win this one. It's tough, but I think Shields has enough attributes and experience to box her way to decision. But Marsha also has enough power to knock out Shields in order to continue her KO knockout rate. It's a tough one, but my guys tell me. Hello, HTV boxing fans. It is fight week, and I'm excited. The clash of the titans of women's boxing between undefeated American Claressa Shields and undefeated English Savannah Marshall for the WBF, WBO, WBA, WBC, and Ring Magazine middleweight titles takes place this Saturday at the O2 Arena in London in the United Kingdom. Main event will begin at approximately 5 p.m. Eastern in the United States and 10 p.m. British Summer Time in the UK. And it will be shown on Sky Sports in the UK and ESPN Plus in the United States. Event is promoted by Top Rank and Saludas as well as Boxer. In this short video, I will discuss the strengths and weaknesses of both fighters, my thoughts on the fight, the strategies I expect both of them should be coming in with, and of course, my prediction. This is talking boxing. Before I go on, please don't forget to leave your prediction below in the comment section. Like and share this video if you enjoyed it. And if this is your first time, please subscribe so that I can keep bringing this to you. Before we talk about the fighters, I just want us to share, especially with new viewers to women boxing, or those that don't follow women boxing, why this is a huge fight. Besides the fact that both of these fighters are great fighters, they have a story from their amateur days that need to be told. And it is, I don't even know how to say it, but it has been a thorn in the flesh of Shields. So Savannah Marshall is the only person that has beaten Claressa Shields. Yes, it was in the amateurs, but she did beat her in the World Amateur Championships over 10 years ago. Interestingly, after the loss, Claressa Shields needed Savannah Marshall to win the tournament for her Shields to be able to qualify for the Olympics. So at some point, Shields was cheering on Marshall to victory, which Marshall won, and that gave the chance to Claressa Shields to go to the Olympics. But now they are sworn enemies. So let's talk about Claressa T-Rex Shields. The two-time Olympian is coming in with a record of 12 wins, 0 losses, with only 2 of her wins coming by way of knockout. The 27-year-old became undisputed middleweight champion in 2019 when she beat Christina Hammer. She then went on to beat Marie-Eve Dicker to become the undisputed light middleweight champion in 2020. What are her strengths coming into this fight? So, Shields is a technical fighter and has a good ring IQ. She's able to ring opponents and then adjust when needed. She also got great movement both with head and legs. She's an explosive fighter. This is one thing a lot of people know about her. And she stays explosive even in her combinations. What do I mean by this? What I mean here is that some fighters can do one or the other. They can either be explosive or have combinations. But you have some fighters who can put on the combinations, but there's no energy and explosiveness behind it. Then you also have some fighters who will be able to explode. For example, they can target the body, give boom, 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 boom. But they stay at the body and don't combine it with headshots, hooks, or anything else. So that's what I mean that Claressa is able to do this together. What her weakness is, Claressa Shields lacks power. This has been said over and over by many boxing pundits. In fact, Savannah Marshall referred to her power as pillow fists. Can you think about it? Pillow fists, meaning that they are soft. So she would definitely need to show Savannah Marshall something different in the power department in order to earn her respect. Now, let's talk about Savannah, the silent assassin, Marshall. The 31-year-old middleweight is coming in with an impressive record of 12 wins and 0 losses, but 10 of the wins by way of knockout. Yes, the silent assassin went to the Olympics as an amateur, where Shields eventually actually won the gold medal in the Olympics. Can you think about the backstory I told you earlier? After the Olympics, Marsha has had a little bit of difficulty rising up to the top. She won the WBO middleweight title in October 2020 and has defended it 3 times. What are her strengths? Savannah, Marsha has great jabs because she has a longer reach, and I think this will give the more aggressive Shields some problems. Now, from the record alone, Marsha is a knockout artist. Looking at her record, that's an 83% knockout rate. Yes, only 2 of her wins were not by knockouts. So you know she's coming for the knockout. She's got great power and she's ambidextrous with it. What I mean is that whether left or right, she has power in those hands. What are her weaknesses? She lacks speed, and as aggressive as Shields is, she's gonna have to bring some speed in order to match her. What are my thoughts on this fight in general? So these 2 female fighters are the best in their weight class, and they have been going at it since their amateur days. This time they get to do it on the big stage with all the belts on the line. There are a few things that each of them need to do or avoid in order to win this fight. Let's talk about Shields. As an explosive fighter, she may want to launch an attack all the times, but Marsha has good reach and will try and keep her away with the jabs. So that strategy of launching, going explosive may need to be tweaked a little bit or avoided at all cost. Shields needs to make use of movements against Marsha. She can't stand still. I mean, we know she got the movement, so she needs to make use of it. If she stands still, she's just going to be a target for Marsha, and Marsha is going to make her pay for it. Now, Shields also needs to do what she normally does, which is calculated explosive punches to get the points. She's not a knockout boxer, so she should make sure every punch connects somehow. Let's talk about Marsha. Marsha, on the other hand, seems to have it all with her body over Shields. Defensively, I would expect her to keep Shields away again with the jabs, and then looking for the chance in order to exhibit some power. Offensively, she must let her hands go to keep an already busy Shields busier. She should summon all that energy that has been accumulated over the last decade, and negative and positive between these 2 fighters, and bring it to the fight. Now to my prediction. This is probably the biggest fight for each of the athletes or boxers, and definitely in women's boxing in recent times. Marsha has the home advantage, which means that Shields needs to work a little harder, a little more to impress the crowd and also the judges. I honestly cannot tell who is going to win this one. It's tough, but I think Shields has enough attributes and experience to box her way to decision. But Marsha also has enough power to knock out Shields in order to continue her KO knockout rate. It's a tough one. But my guys tell me Shields will win on decision. And that is my prediction. And this is Talking